So the
Yeah.
process has to be really uh, well made, but it has to start from the very beginning of the fundamental, and that's why we are here.
So it's
And
a good
that's
point you make, because at this point, the purpose of this series of conversations, tutorials, pragmatic brain bashing, code, even down the line when we get to it, is to inform from our experience which of our preconditioning, which bits of our preconditioning and which of our biases resulted in more failures over time, how they can be projected onto wider audiences, but more importantly, how to approach the markets from a quant practitioner and algo trader's perspective, whereby you try and work against preconditioning, such as to appreciate better the dynamism of the market in its present form at this point in time, and how you can best position yourself to tackle that. Would you agree with that assessment?
yes, totally. And really see that um, markets at the same point are one of the most clear and transparent systems that clearly shows you that you are not doing the correct thing if you are not getting money. So that's
True, yeah.
something that at the end of the day will be able during those series, and for those of you that are hearing us just now, it's about trying to eliminate the word could be dissect, try to eliminate what it's not or what's in front of us. Let's imagine when you are dissecting any, I guess maybe some of you have dissected something, an animal, whatever,
I
everything.
dissected a frog at school once,
Oh,
as
that's
gross as that is.
I'm a pharmacist, so
Oh
I
dear, you've
don't
dissected
recall
many
to have
things.
to dissect something because it's not medically. I guess it's not that easy to make that onto the
On that
university.
note, actually, Erith has a fascinating background. Erith migrated from a background rich in pharmacy, is that correct, or
Correct.
pharmaceuticals,
Yeah.
to quant R&D, which I find fascinating. At least, for instance, my background started off with computer science and went through mathematics and statistics and AI, and eventually trading became one of the pursuits in that whole data-driven field. In your space, I find it so fascinating that someone with your background, which is in some ways tangential or completely different to quant R&D, became tangential, and how you're able to migrate from such a discipline to quantitative trading, which I find impressive. Yeah.
There's just a point on that because it's really awesome to understand it once that you get onto why is that different to talk about quant R&D and pharmacy. It's just like pharmacy gathers a lot of different concepts and different frameworks in terms of physics, biology, microbiology, chemistry, and even much more detailed ones like pharmacology or even others. But it's like finance at the end of the day, because finance, we understand it like, well, there is a thought about you need to know finance, you need to know assets, you need to know what it's our returns, etc. But at the end of the day, every discipline that it's actual and it's complex bring us to think that it's really complex because other disciplines also get onto that point. It's not economy only, it's also psychology, it's computer science, and in this era that we are in, it's mathematics, it's even more about systems, just understanding the physics of the different interaction that's happened. So yeah, that's the point. And on that sense, Ali, I think that this will bring us to the following point, talking
Hmm.
about in what era we are in, because we have talked about quant R&D, we have talked about algorithmic trading, we are talking about changes in our way to bring technology to the markets that finally end up onto creating, could we say, more complex systems, more simple ones, more convoluted ones? What could you say that the actual technological era brings to the situation? Because we need to understand the environment to be able to keep on dissecting that.